Good morning, good morning, good morning, and a good morning it is to
Good morning. Good
everyone.
morning.
All right, we're now preparing for our today's webinar. We thank everyone who's joining us by virtue of Zoom. We also are restreaming on YouTube, and we're restreaming on our Facebook channel. So certainly we hope that on one of those avenues, you're joining us on today. Look, do like I'm getting ready to do now. Why don't you tag some friends? Why don't you tweet some friends? Why don't you text some friends? Why don't you remind some friends to join us today for our webinar? Let me begin today by acknowledging our national leadership team. We want to acknowledge our president of our National Baptist Convention, USA Incorporated, Dr. Jerry Young. Our General Secretary, Dr. Alvin Love. Excuse me, our General Secretary, Dr. Alvin Edwards, two Alvins, and our Chair of our Federal Faith-Based Initiative, Dr. Alvin Love. And yours truly, the National Director of our National Baptist Convention, USA Incorporated, H.O.P.E, HHS partnership. Yours truly, Michael Miner. We're excited you're able to join us today. And I am just really thrilled at the number of people who have joined us on our social media platforms. Look, we'll do our best to, if you have questions or comments, put it in the chat and we'll do our best to respond so that your questions and comments can be integrated into today's webinar. For those that are watching us on Zoom, feel free to post in the chat the questions as we go forth. All right, in today's webinar, we will cover the following topics: the National Baptist Congress Digiversity, yay, the All of Us Research Program, and the All of Us Research Program COVID-19 COPE survey. And then we will discuss the H.O.P.E social media updates. All right, okay, all right, so let's again, tag some people, text some people, tweet some people, and get ready to be informed and learn the whole bunch. And behind me on the one side is about our H.O.P.E. Oh, well, okay, on this side is our All of Us Research Program. Join allofus.org/together. And I'll slide to the other side. And there is our website, HOPENBC.com. There you go. So you won't have an opportunity to miss finding out more information about what's going on. All right, I'm just double check. Our social media is looking good. So let's go and begin with the first part of today's webinar. All right, so National Baptist Congress Digiversity, it's back. Oh, did I do it okay? All right. We know we had another session back in the summer. And now we're for another session. So Dr. Elliott Cuff, our Congress President, and Dr. Carl Washington, our National Congress Dean. Let me spotlight. We do have a spotlight up here. All right, our Digiversity. All right, it's coming up. It's following the theme for this year, glorifying God through our commitment to Christ-centered evangelism. Digiversity begins Monday, March 8th. That's right around the corner, 9 a.m. Central Time. Again, that's Monday, March 8th, 9 a.m. Central Time. Bunch of classes, just like we did previously. From my understanding, there will be 50. Did I say that right? Yes, 50 classes offered. Well, we want to encourage you all that are watching this H.O.P.E NBC webinar that you will take our course, the H.O.P.E Health Ministry Training. It's listed under Phase 4, DV009. So we strongly encourage you all, those that have been asking about the Health Ambassador Training, it will be part of the training during this session that begins on Monday, March the 8th. We'll also paste in the chat the link so that you can register. Oh, registration. The registration fee is $25. There's a $5 processing fee for a total of $30 per person. All right, we'll get you the link and you can register. It is, might as well just say $30 per person. Great information, great instructors each Monday. And we will have this time around, we'll have a live discussion group on Thursdays. All right, now, if you didn't participate in the previous Digiversity session, you can email us at info@hopenbc.com. Again, that's info@hopenbc.com for more information. We want everybody to be able to take advantage of this awesome opportunity. Again, the National Baptist Congress of Christian Education Digiversity begins Monday, March 8th. As we say down here in the country, not this Monday, but next Monday, 9 a.m. Central Time. Please share the information. And if you didn't get an email with it, email us at info@hopenbc.com, and we'll make sure that you get all of that information. All right, now let me get ready for the highlight of today's session. We're going to talk about the All of Us Research Program. So let's prepare. All right, the All of Us Research Program is inviting 1 million people across the U.S. to help build one of the most diverse health databases in history. We welcome participants from all backgrounds. Researchers will use the data to learn how our biology, lifestyle, and the environment affect health. This can help them develop better treatments and ways to prevent different diseases. To reach this goal, the All of Us Research Program is partnering with leading organizations, community partners, and participant representatives across the country, just like the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated. The virtual ambassador team aims to raise awareness of the All of Us Research Program in local communities across the country through virtual presentations and events, just like we're doing today. The interactive engagements give audience members the opportunity to be a part of the conversation and opens up the discussion on the importance of participation in health research. And today, we have a very capable and able ambassador to share with us this morning. All right, we have May Sandberg, who's the Outreach and Engagement Manager, who is going to come and share with us today. Before we have her talking, let you see what she looks like. All right, she's very chatty. She's here to make your voice heard. She has spent her entire career advancing representation and elevating opportunities for historically underrepresented populations. Her mission now, introduce you to all of us. A proud Hoosier Mexican, May has called Indiana home for the past 22 years. All right, she moved there when she was 8. She loves broadcasting live from her living room to educate people about the power of precision medicine. And she's equally comfortable behind the camera, having previously owned a photography studio. An avid dancer and gardener, you're likely to find May with her feet on the ground or hands in the dirt, her happy place. All right. Let me come back to myself one more time here. And we want to be prepared. Now, I am going to be her Vanna. Yes, amen. And work on her PowerPoint part. And I am going to bring May up so you can see her face and say a couple words quickly. And then we'll go right over into our PowerPoint presentation. Again, we remind everyone we are restreaming on Facebook, our National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated Hope Health Ministry page, our Hope YouTube page. So feel free to share for those who are not on Facebook. Thank you all for joining. And we thank the crowd that is really mobilizing on our social media. All right, May, it's on you.
Thank you so much. That was such a warm welcome. And I just really appreciate being a part of today's presentation. I am May Sandberg, and I'm coming to you live from the Midwest. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the math wasn't all there, but I have been working in efforts of inclusion and diversity and equity for the past 25 years in various roles. So I am really honored to be here today and share with you and everyone what the All of Us Research Program is, what we're trying to do, and why it is important for all of us to be included and none of us be left behind. So really grateful to be here today, Dr. Miner.
All right, well, here we go. And look, if there's any issues on this PowerPoint presentation, it's not on the M May, it's on the M Michael. Okay, here we go.
We're going to do great. That's right. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again. Hi, everyone. My name is May Sandberg, and I am with the All of Us Research Program, a National Institutes of Health initiative. Once again, it's my honor to be here today, and thank you for the information and for hosting us today. We have a lot of exciting information to share with you, but before we jump in, I want to start things off with a quick video.
What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. We ask for 1 million individuals to come forward and stand on this landmark in history. All of us are different, and it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. You said it was going to loop, didn't you? Okay.
You got this. You got this. So, during today's presentation, we'll discuss what the All of Us Research Program is, how you can help us spread the word with your family, friends, and community, as well as how you can get involved, and how improving the future of health can start with you, with me, with all of us. So now let's see a show of hands for those of us who are joining us through social media. I know you can't give us hands, but you can like it. We would like to ask, who here wants their medical providers, in other words, your doctors, to give you solutions and treatments that are specific to you as an individual? Give us a clapping hand or a thumbs up, or unmute yourselves and say yes.
Definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. You know, we all want to be treated as individuals, and we don't want just a general, treatment plan. So it looks like the majority of you think so, and so do we. Next slide. So before we share information about the research program itself, I would like to set the stage by providing a little background on what is health research. Well, health research is the process of finding out new things about improving people's health care, and the people who conduct research are identifying better ways to keep us all healthy. This is the foundation of the All of Us Research Program. Next slide. So what is All of Us? Well, the goal of All of Us is to provide researchers with information that might help them understand more about why people get sick or stay healthy and advance precision medicine. If the term precision medicine is new to you, don't worry, I will talk a little bit more about what it is here in just a second. Next slide. Your beautiful uniqueness helps with the study of precision medicine. So what's precision medicine anyway? Well, precision medicine considers the things that make everyone unique. It's also a fancy way of saying research on healthcare that's tailored to you as an individual. It focuses on the differences in our environment, like where you live, our lifestyle, like what you eat, and our biology, your genes and your family history. And by studying these differences, researchers might find patterns, and this may help improve health for everyone. Next slide. All right, guys, this slide is blurry and it's on purpose. It's to help us learn today about precision medicine. So give me a thumbs up if you know someone who wears prescription glasses or hearing aids. And I'll give you a hint. I'm wearing my contacts right now. Yep.
All right.
Lots of people know about this. What you may not know, and you can click here, did you know that 14 million people in America, ages 12 and older, have self-reported visual impairment, which is defined as 20 over 50 or worse? Here we see a collage that represents how someone, like me, thanks Linda, can see this slide without their glasses. However, if you apply prescription glasses, go ahead and click, you can see how precision medicine helps a person go from blurry to clear. And this is 20/20 vision. Look at that clarity. Prescription eyeglasses and hearing aids are just two examples of precision medicine. They're custom solutions to individual needs. Everyone's prescription is unique to their needs. I know this because my husband and I have very similar glasses, and sometimes I pick up his and I get really concerned about my eyesight. So don't buy similar glasses. Let's go to the next slide. Now for an activity. And I know some of you guys are joining us from social media, but those of us on Zoom, feel free to unmute yourselves and play along. So let's see if we can determine what is considered lifestyle, genetics, or environmental factors. Here's a collage or collection of phrases on the screen, and I'll read one at a time, and then feel free to answer, and we'll see if it's lifestyle, genetics, or environmental factors. Let's start with the first one. I am left-handed. What do you guys think? Lifestyle, genetics, or environmental factors? I see genetics as one. Okay, let's click on it and see what it is. So this one we put under genetics, since most people naturally write with a certain hand. However, some people may have been influenced by who taught them to write, which could also fall under environment. Thanks. Let's go to the next one. I have experienced a natural disaster. What do you guys think? Lifestyle, environment, or genetics? Okay, so let's click on this one and see where it falls. So this one falls under environment, since certain areas of the country are predisposed to natural disasters like earthquakes and tornadoes. I'm in the Midwest. I know all about those tornadoes. All right, now next one. I am guilty of this one. I don't do it every day. I eat breakfast every day. What do you guys think? Awesome. So let's click on this one. This one falls under lifestyle because certain people choose to eat or not eat breakfast. However, it could also be environment based on where you live and access to food security. Here's another one. I drink tap water. What do you guys think? Lifestyle, environment, or genetics? So let's click on this one. So this one would fall under lifestyle or environment, but in this case, it's environment, since where you live could dictate your access to clean tap water or the need for bottled water. Okay, this next one I think we can all relate to, especially since last year. I feel stressed often. What do you guys think? Yeah, so I'll give you a hint. It's all of them. This one can actually fall under all of them once you click on it. Here we put it under lifestyle because of how different factors of how you live shape your stress levels, like school, your job. But it could also be genetics, if you're genetically predisposed, or your environment, based on the environment causing stress. And last but not least, people who have beautiful natural curly hair. What do you guys think? Lifestyle, environment, or genetics? Genetics, yeah. So let's click on this one. This one is genetics, since that determines your natural hair pattern or texture. But it could also be curly or curlier based on your environment or lifestyle. Thanks so much for participating, guys. I hope you found these examples interesting and have a better understanding of how different factors go into precision medicine and how each one truly does impact your health and make you unique. Now let's move on to our core values of the All of Us Research Program. So let's start off with participation is open to all eligible adults who live in the United States. Thank you. That includes racial and ethnic minorities, women, people with physical and developmental disabilities, the LGBTQI communities, people living in rural areas, as well as low socioeconomic status communities. You can be healthy or have health issues, and in the future, you will be able to join. Click. Participants reflect the diversity of the United States, really who we are. We want to be as inclusive as possible so we can reflect the rich diversity of America and give everyone that chance to have a voice in research. As a cornerstone of the program, that is what diversity is. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that here in a second. Let's click. Participants are partners. Participants shape the program with their input and contribute to a project that may improve health for future generations. You may also learn about your own health as you participate. Let's click. We also want to be as transparent as possible. We inform participants about how their data is used, accessed, and shared. Participants can also choose to share as little or as much information as they feel comfortable with. All information is valuable. Click. Participants have access to their own information. The All of Us research program lets you see your own information and records. Click. Data is broadly accessible for research purposes. All of Us makes information about participants as a group available in a public database called the All of Us Research Hub, where anyone can explore the database or use it to make discoveries. Data from individual participants is also available, but only to researchers who apply and are approved. Let's click. Security and privacy are the highest importance, and I will go into that in great detail here soon. And last but not least, click. The program will be a catalyst for positive change in research. Working together, all of us researchers, our partners, our participants, we can build a better future for health research and care. Let's click. Now on to something that's very important to all of us, our data security and privacy. It's a top priority in the program. We use the latest technology to help keep your data private and safe. Your identifiable information like your name and address are stripped away from your samples, and instead you're provided with a unique code. Your survey answers and all personal information is kept safe on an encrypted server with limited access. The program even has certificates of confidentiality from the government to help fight any legal demands to give out information that could identify you. It's also important for me to share that participation is voluntary, 100% voluntary. And you are free to share, once again, as little or as much as you feel comfortable with. You are in control of how much you share with us. So I joined the program last year because I felt my own personal information was safe and secure. Of course, I work for the program, but I also felt that I needed to do something to help our nation learn more about why people like me get sick or stay healthy. And when I say me, I'm a multicultural person. It mattered that my unique biology and my family history was added to the research so that my daughters and their children and their children's children can learn something from what I contributed. I especially like that I can access my information from my cell phone or from my computer at any time by just joining my account. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Perfect, thank you. So diversity, it's so beautiful and it's really who we are as a nation. The program aims to engage a community of participants that really reflects the diversity of America, including many people who haven't taken part in medical research before. Participants can be of any background, gender identity, sexual orientation, and health status. Because really, health research can only help people of all backgrounds if people of all backgrounds get involved. Up to date, we have about 362,000 volunteers who have joined us from all different walks of life. Our goal, as Dr. Miner said, is to get to 1 million or more. And I think we can do it. I really do. I have faith that we can do it. Next slide. So now that I explained about the research and why your uniqueness is so important, you're probably wondering, well, what's in it for me and those who participate? Well, it's really simple. You and your uniqueness can contribute to research that may improve health for generations to come. This is an opportunity to help. Also, by participating, you'll also receive information that may be useful to you now. Next slide. And speaking of now, let's talk about how all of us is dedicated to better health, both in the future and today. So for example, to learn about the ways COVID-19 is affecting our participants, All of us created a new survey last year called the COVID Participant Experience, or the COPE survey. Adequately named, right? How are you coping? This survey asks about people's experiences to learn more about the way the pandemic is impacting participants' physical and mental health. Once you go through the All of Us enrollment process, should you choose to participate, you can participate in the COVID-19 COPE survey. The effects of COVID-19 that is having on your physical and mental health may change as time passes. So the program will invite you to complete the COPE survey at least once a month for as long as the pandemic lasts. Every month, your new answers will matter. All right. So I know you've heard me talk a lot. Let me show you what others have to say and why this research is so important in our upcoming video.
In our communities, we have issues with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, and if you treat it on a preventative measure, that it will help.
Traditionally in medicine, treatment protocols were standardized for white males, upper middle class, middle age. This study is actually purposefully involving on a large scale diversity.
This isn't going to be some sort of Tuskegee experiment. This is going to be the community working together with healthcare institutions.
All right, guys, I really like that video because it addresses some of those things that are very true about previous research and where we're at now. So if you're feeling like you would like to participate or want to know how others can, let me tell you how you can get started. There are two ways to join. You can visit the All of Us website, and I will put it on here, and you can start by going to joinallofus.org/together. There you can learn more about the program and sign up to receive our newsletter. Or if you think you'd like to go ahead and get started or look at how we can do it through our mobile phones, you can download the All of Us Research app, which is different from the new H.O.P.E app that's coming out. It'll say All of Us Research with the all white background, and you can download that from the Google Play or Apple app stores. Once you download, you can create an account and get started. Let's go ahead and click to our last slide. Okay, I want to thank Dr. Miner for handling that presentation effortlessly. Thank you so much. You have been so great, and I really appreciate your time. One last activity for those of us joining from social media or from Zoom. If you have your camera out, feel free to scan one of these QR code scanners. It'll take you straight to where you need to go. You can go ahead and scan any of these. For example, the pink one will take you to our enrollment page if you're ready to join us today. The yellow one can take you to the page where you can subscribe to news and stay informed of the All of Us research program. And the black QR code will take you right to our website where you can learn more. Thank you so much for having us here today. I know there'll be an opportunity for us to have question and answers later. I will stick around just to make sure I'm here in case you have any questions, but it has been lovely to be here today. We did a good job, didn't we? Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor being here with you guys.
All right, so May's gonna hang out just for with us. We're gonna give a couple of dates, but wow, she covered a lot of great information, went through that. I tell you, my hat's off to all these people behind the scenes doing the production work. All right, look, one of our team members, Sister Copper, Sister Loretta, we go and type in our in the chat, joinallofus.org/together. And so that you all can be able to click on that as well. And I didn't do that earlier, so let me do this now. We'll go ahead and we will, before we go to our last section, we'll type in the chat the link for Digiversity. We want everybody to come and be a part of that. Whether you're National Baptist or not, doesn't matter. A great class is 50 classes, and one of the classes is our H.O.P.E class. All right, now for our last segment, we'll talk about what we've been doing in social media, our social media experience for the National Baptist Convention Hope Health Initiative. If you have not been to our Hope Health Hope Health Ministry, Health Initiative, whatever you want to call it, Facebook page, you have been missing a treat, a treat, a treat, a treat. Did I say you're missing a treat? I'm gonna share my screen here so that and I forgot I'm on my home computer and I have a lot of windows open up all at the same time. So let me make sure that I get the right one. So if you're not liked our page, we encourage you to go and like our page. There we go. To go and like our page. And right now you see that we have going our live on our Facebook page. Every day we share something about our relationship with the All of Us Research Program. This month, we have been sharing questions associated with Black History Month and highlighting those things that we can do that come from a Black perspective. Every day at 8:30 Central Time, we put a post on about mental health. Lately, we've been sharing a whole lot about mental health and the COVID-19 pandemic. Today's article is great. It's been talking about Black nurses as they're struggling with mental health support while battling COVID-19. It's a great read, and it would be something that you may want to look at further and share in your intercessory prayer ministry. And from time to time, we have additional posts. Like today, we had another post about how you can claim your missing stimulus payment. All right. Every day at 12:01 a.m., we have our daily scripture, meditation scripture that we have. And of course, as we have events coming up on our events, they will provide a reminder. And so we've been going around. And then also this last week, we've been, our team has done some great things. Yesterday, we had an announcement. I've been pleased, honored, privileged, humbled to continue on the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services advisory panel, outreach and education. I've already been participating, and they wanted me to continue for 2 more years. I want to do the best I can to represent not only the National Baptist Convention, USA Incorporated, but people of color across the country. Sister Nettie Johnson, who does our physical fitness component for us, she puts things weekly about how we can get more exercise. Yes, keep that COVID weight off. COVID weight, exercise, COVID weight, exercise, and doing those things. And as you see, we've been putting things about the vaccination each day, each week. We're also excited because Dr. Lavora Williams, one of our very own, she has been participating in the efforts to get her team was part of the efforts of getting people of color involved in the vaccine trials when they were occurring. She also is our expert. That we have a question and we want to make sure that everything is copacetic. You say before we post it, we text it to her, and as busy as she is and all the research and things that she's doing, she'll get back and say it's okay or don't do that. So we're thankful for her for that. All right. And then we have different things that we do with our monthly health services. We know that the first Sunday was National Black HIV/AIDS Day, AIDS Sunday. Also, Sister Nettie, we had an announcement this week that she was selected for the Culture of Health Leaders program. Yay! Wow, we were excited about that. It is an exclusive group of people from all across the country. It is a very competitive process. There is a stipend for her to do a community project at the end of it. We're just excited that she's able to represent not only herself, but the National Baptist or state convention. You want to go to our page and click on it and read more about it. This is just a tremendous honor for her in getting selected for that. All right. We are also participating in sharing with President Biden as they were observing the 500,000th person to die from COVID-19. And right now, this is our cover photo showing the 500,000 people. We continue to put other posts in, as you see here, from things about the COVID-19 deaths. All right. We're also excited about our millennial on our team, Ellen McKnight. She's been doing some great work and across the state of Louisiana, across the country. And we posted this, she was involved in a webinar on this past Monday. So we're not, as we say, we're not all elders. We have some younger folks involved with the work that we're doing, because it takes a village to be able to get this done. And I'm scrolling down because there's one more thing. Yes, Dr. Desi Levy. If you had a chance to watch President Biden's town hall meeting, one of our team members, Dr. Desi Levy from the Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was asked a question from President Biden, representing her state convention, representing the National Baptist Convention, and we're certainly thankful for what she has done as well. So folks, if you have not liked, I'm gonna stop sharing, our Facebook page, please do so. And we are also want to remind everyone, we do have a new app. We just got it up. It took us some time. We didn't realize it was so involved in getting it done. But our app, let me get this sure I got this right. And it's both on Android. And I want y'all to know I'm an Android person. I'm not an Apple person. But it's on Android and Apple. And it's NBC. And it's H.O.P.E. All right, that is our app. We and just to let you know, with all the things happening, it requires us to do more things to verify who we were. So over the next, we have some content on it now, and over the next couple of weeks, we'll be putting more information on it. We'll be able to push your information about upcoming webinars to make it interactive. So hey, it's so wonderful that what we're doing, and we thank God for our president, Dr. Jerry Young, for entrusting us to provide the latest in cutting edge technology to spread the word about our health ministry. We also remind everybody that upcoming is a March is Women's History Month. And we also want to make a special effort to recognize National Colorectal Cancer, because it is something that disproportionately affects people of color. Chadwick Boseman, who was the great Black Panther, he died from that on last year. So we'll make sure we'll do that and what we're having. All right. And first Sunday is going to be our American Kidney Fund, NBC Kidney Sunday. These are all on our Hope page on our health services. World Kidney Day is the 8th. We got National Women Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day on March 10th. And I'm trying to get to the most important thing here. The third Sunday in March is our Taste Test Sunday. We know we're in a virtual world, but we're hoping that churches, our National Baptist Church all across the country, will go on Zoom and highlight healthy desserts. Yes, they can taste good and look good, and they are not going to make us gain 500 pounds. So we're looking forward to your screenshots of your desserts. And also, we're looking forward to Sister Ellen McKnight. She's our resident nutritionist. She's preparing a webinar. We'll give you information on the date. We're working that out with some of our guests, and we'll get it to you, everything. All right. And so that concludes what I have. I'm going to add May back to the screen, and we're going to field some questions. So let's go ahead and all right. Let's go ahead. If you got any questions for us, do so. I see here. Okay. All right. So May, one of the questions that people that came across is the All of Us research program, is it actually doing active research with the COVID-19 virus?
That's a great question. Thank you for whomever asked that. So we ourselves are not conducting research. What we are doing as the All of Us research program is compiling a database so that others can access that data to conduct research. one of the ways that we're providing additional research for COVID is that COPE survey, that COVID-19 COPE survey, which really is helping researchers have access to how is COVID-19 affecting individuals physically as well as mentally. But the All of Us research program itself is not a research program, it is a data collection effort.
Okay. And also let me remind everyone, I'm not going crazy when you see me turning my head and everything. I'm looking up at our different screens for our YouTube and Facebook to catch any questions and whatnot. So I just want to make sure that you're not calling 911 to go see if something's wrong with me. All right. All right. Another question for you, May. The National Baptist Convention is very concerned about research associated with sickle cell disease, the sickle cell trait. In what ways do you think the All of Us research program could help in that effort?
That's another great question. So yes, we are aware of how sickle cell affects the African American community and actually as well as the Latino community. So one way that we can contribute is providing data from the African American community. You know, gathering that information will help in efforts that advance any type of disease medical research. So I would say that with participation from individuals that are affected by or more propensely affected by sickle cell, the more data we have from individuals from that background, the better job we can represent that community in medical advancements that affect that community.
Okay, I am aware. I have the latest research, but one of my team members just looked at it, and there are a number of people with sickle cell trait currently enrolled. And I encourage those that are listening, if you have sickle cell or sickle cell trait or know of people, help them to encourage them to enroll. Also,
no, and I was going to say that is another piece of the All of Us research program that in the past, people who had sickle cell or another chronic disease were excluded from participation.
Oh.
And this is why the All of Us research program is wonderful, is that you can be sick or healthy and your information is still valuable. Like you mentioned earlier, Caucasian males that are healthy doesn't really represent who we are. So we really need more people of who we are really to participate.
Okay, all right. We got from our Zoom crew. Hada Hogan. She want to know what the age. I'm assuming she says about All of Us. What are the ages for you? I guess it's the age to start, or the earliest age, youngest age, oldest age. Sure. And if I didn't get that right, you just type in the chat.
That's a great question. And it is something that I didn't cover in this presentation, but presently you have to be the age of 18 and older. However, in the future, we are trying to make efforts for children to join, but there's just a lot going on with that, state and statewide. So right now the age is 18 or older. And what's really beautiful too is, again, age used to be an exclusionary thing. So grandpas, grandmas, you have a wealth of information that you can share towards this data. So you are welcome to join us.
Okay. All right. I guess I have to answer this question. There's a person that's concerned about the speed at which the COVID-19 vaccine was produced. All right. Well, if you missed one of our previous webinars, Dr. Lavora Williams shared with us, and Dr. Vereen from University of Michigan shared that really there was already some research about this particular type of virus. So unlike past years where you had to go and research it, find out what it was, blah, 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 that part was already done. So all they had to do was work on the specifics of how to prepare this vaccine. And I'll add that unlike other vaccines, you're not being injected with a live virus or a dead virus. It's actually something that's going down, as they say, and it's all this fancy dancy stuff they're not on here, but at the a genome level that gets that done. So we're glad that you asked that. Look, they didn't just get something and experimenting. And I want you to know that on Wednesday, I got my first shot. And I did look, I'm still here. I'm moving around. I didn't grow an extra ear, anything. I'm not sick. All right. I'm looking, it was Pfizer. So I'm looking forward to take my second shot in 3 weeks. Some of y'all saying, well, you're not 65 and all sorts of stuff. Why are you able to take it? Well, I have, when I was younger, I had ulcerative colitis, which is an autoimmune disease, and that lowers my immunity level. So that's why when science comes and hits me, it moves in and stays a while.
Yeah.
So that's why I was eligible to able to get that done. Do encourage you when no time comes, I'll take it. All right.
That's
Another
wonderful.
good. Another question. Somebody asked, "What about this new Johnson & Johnson vaccine? It's not as effective." Okay, I said, "Hell, listen." All right, well, Dr. Labora gave information and reminded us. Not Dr. Lavora. I saw this from our information from Dr. Gupta, and reminded us that for the flu vaccine that we get, sometimes it's only 10% effective. We have just been just wowed because these others have been so effective. Now, with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, it is, will make sure if you take it, that is highly unlikely that you will die or get sick enough to go to the hospital. It's unlikely that you will be sick enough to die or go to the hospital. And what they're saying, if that is the shot that's available, take it. And there's also some discussion about having a second shot as a booster and getting that done. So want to make sure people understand that that's what's one that's available. Don't think that you're getting something that's secondary. It is worth getting that shot as well. All right. May, another question for you and coming in is there a time period for this, for the All of Us Research Program? Is it time it's going to end or it's going to be ongoing? What's the time frame for the All of Us Research Program?
Another great question. So the program began in 2018,
Mhm.
and it's set to last for 10 years. So if you were to ask the All of Us Research Program leadership, they would love for this to last 100 years. 10 years is just a small little window into what we do research-wise or what others can, use the data for. So technically right now, 10 years. And we look forward that as we reach that 10-year mark, that we might be able to re-extend that. So 2018, 10 years. And you are welcome to join us for the entire length of that time. We hope you do. But if you register and you join and at the later time you'd like to leave, you're welcome to do that too. So it's very much within your ability to join or withdraw, but we hope that you stick around for at least the full term of the research program.
Okay, and also our team members, Minister Geraldine Moore from Alabama, posted in our chat that in Alabama, preachers are eligible regardless of age. They are considered first line responders. So I'm also typing to the chat, and we'll also post it out on our Facebook page, a link that NPR has to the CDC's web tool, where no matter where you are in the country, you can find out information about how you can get vaccinated. All right, have it there. Okay, all right. So the next question here. So there's another question. Just want to be concerned about the medical records. I guess if I'm looking at this right, I'm guessing there's a wondering. I guess whether if I'm getting this right, they have some particular issues with their health. Is there some way they can include that as you're sharing information? If I don't get that right, this on social media, just let me know.
Yeah, if I'm understanding the question correctly, can they include their medical records as part of the research because there's value in those records? Yes, you can choose to link your medical records, and you can also choose to unlink them in the future. Again, this is very customizable to everyone's comfort level. And yes, for example, I recently presented to the Asian American community, and I had an older lady ask me, she's like, I'm 83 years old. I was told I couldn't participate in research before. I have a lot of health information here that would be useful. And I was just like, yes, please participate. That would be amazing. And she linked her health records. And when you think about it, the value of seeing all of those years of things that she's overcome, medicines that she's tried and may or may have not worked out, So yes, you absolutely can link your medical records, and you can also unlink them if you'd like to as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Another question for me. People saying they've already started the. Then they have not. Well, two things. So some people have started the H.O.P.E Health Ministry training. They didn't get to up to lesson 3, part 1. All right. And then we got other people saying that I haven't taken any at all, but I'm interested in starting the Digiversity on March 8th. Look, email us. We have a section on YouTube that we can work with you. We want everybody to be able to start from lesson 1, part 1 in our health ministry training. So email us, we'll get it up. If you're missing a certificate, let us know, or anything else. Our goal is to get everybody through all 3 modules and help you to become a health ambassador and get to work in what you're doing. All right. All right. What about the mask? I take my shot. Can I throw away my mask? No. Where? I got mine right here. Wear your mask. Keep wearing it. See, let's say all of us. Yeah. Keep wearing your mask. Yes. You're wearing it to protect others once you've had it. First of all, once you take your first shot, it's still going to take a while for that to kind of come and take effect. And now if you take your second shot, it's still going to take a while for it to come and take effect. And then we just don't know. This is a whole new ball game. So keep wearing that mask. Keep it on. Don't run from it. Remember, you're not wearing the mask all by yourself. You're wearing it for others because you respect them, you care about them. And also there's some people, let's just face it, are not going to take the shot for whatever reasons. And they are still going to be susceptible to the disease. So no, taking the shot is not an excuse for you not to wear your mask. All right. And also I would add, there are some concerns across the country now that when many states and localities are dropping some of their COVID-19 restrictions, that's not a signal to say that it's all over. That's just a choice that they are making. We are in this I call this little gray period where we're between the fact of it being really, really bad and getting the vaccination going. It's like being at the end of the tunnel. Let's keep moving until we get out of the tunnel. We can see the lights, but we're not out of it. Okay, so let's keep it up, keep things working. All right. Somebody's asking, is there any kind of special program, anything for about the 500,000 people have died? I haven't seen anything from the Biden administration, but the sojourners, I think if you go to sojo.net, sojo.net, they had a litany, some other things they did last year, I think last May, when it was 100,000 people. I typed that in the chat. So for those that asked, I guess you are thinking about having something in your church, maybe this weekend or some other time to acknowledge those people. And I hope that that our website is correct. That would be something you have for that situation. All right. Let me see. Are there any other questions? I'm looking across all our situations. All right. And look, if there's anything else that we missed, we'll follow back up. We'll get that done. All right. May, is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Once again, just really grateful to be here today to be able to share this across so many platforms. This is it's a historic opportunity. When I think about all the times that, we just weren't included in research, and it just means a lot. If we learned anything over the past year, is the power of our health. Our health is our wealth. And if there's anything that we can do to risk a little vulnerability and share a little bit about us to make sure that those advancements are inclusive of everyone, this would be a great opportunity to do that. And something you can do from home safely. You don't have to go anywhere. You can join online. If you choose to participate beyond that, things can be mailed to you. So it can be done safe from a distance. And if it's not for you, share it with others. We definitely want to make sure that everyone knows that they're welcomed and they're valued.
All right, beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, and look, we know just before we stop jumping off, as we always do, for those who have not joined us before, we will have a wind down as soon as I end the Zoom, the Facebook and YouTube broadcast. We will open up the mics for those who are attendees on today's webinar if they have additional questions or comments. All right, for those of us that have been watching us on Facebook and YouTube, again, we remind you on the one side here, joinallofus.org/together. Remember, be one in a million for a better future. And then you can learn more about our work at hopenbc.com. We certainly hope that you all will go and sign up on Digiversity and take our Health Ambassador training. Look, we want to recognize a team that helps us do what we do. We want to recognize Lottie Miner, who is, you may know, she's kind of related to me, Pastor Bernard Montgomery, Sister Bettina Campbell, Pastor Dexter Moraney, Sister Ellen McKnight, Dr. Felisa Washington, Minister Geraldine Moore, Dr. Desi Levy, Sister Linda Copper, Sister Loretta Miller, Dr. Lavora Williams, Sister Michelle Johnson, and Sister Nettie Johnson. All right, and look, we have a survey. All right, so let me go and do that now because I almost forgot. We have a survey that we'd like for you all to complete just to let us know how we are doing. As my late godfather constantly reminded me, he's saying the biggest room that there is the room for improvement. So if you would click on that link for the webinar, we will do so. All right, and I guess let me do this before I go. Let me highlight Sister Linda Copper. She wants to make sure that you know that she's out there rolling around, and she is indeed wearing her mask. As a reminder, we just don't talk the talk, we walk the walk. Hey, 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 thank you. All right, and so please, if you do, take care of that survey. Now, once again, we acknowledge our president, Dr. Jerry Young, who reminds us to envision the future exceptionally. This has been a production of the National Baptist Convention, USA Incorporated, the nation's largest Black denomination. God bless you.